What's up everyone? In my past videos, you've seen me use the let function multiple times with my long Excel formulas. In this video, I'm going to show you what the let function is and how you can use it to make your formulas multiple times faster and easier to read. What the let function does is that it allows you to store your formula calculations or outputs into a variable that can be reused multiple times in other parts of a formula. With the formula calculations being stored in a variable, Excel won't have to perform the same calculations again when it is used in another part of the formula, which will increase performance. If you have a basic understanding of programming, then this will be super easy for you to understand. We can structure our own formula like a code, making it easier for anyone to read and understand what's going on. From range A1 to B8 of the example 1 worksheet, I have a table where the first column shows the category data and the second column shows the cells for each category. We want to make a formula that can find the total cells for each category and output the first array, the category values, and the second array as the total cells. In columns D and E, I'm going to show you what this formula would look like without the let function. If you go to cell D2, you'll see that we have a formula that references the same range multiple times and uses the unique function on the same range more than once. Every time the formula automatically updates itself, it will try to calculate the unique values from cells A2 to A8 two times. We can condense this formula so that the unique values are only calculated once and then the value is used whenever the same function appears again. Cell G2 shows how you would use the let function with that formula. When we type out equals to let, we get a series of mandatory and optional arguments. The first argument will always be the variable name, and the second argument will always be the value you're storing in that variable. For the third argument, you can either output the result or create another variable name. This process will go on until you provide the function with the calculations that you want to output. For the first argument, I created my first variable called category range. Then I typed a comma to move on to the second argument, which will store the cell references from A2 to A8. After typing another comma, I created another variable called sum range, which will store the cell references from B2 to B8. Then I made my last variable called unique category, which stores the unique values from the category range variable. Finally, I'm done creating and storing the values in all of my variables, so I will output the final calculations with the formula highlighted in yellow, which contains the previously declared variables. If you're wondering how I'm able to add extra line breaks in the formula bar, you can just press Alt-Enter at the same time to add a new line. Let's look at an example where the let function will be more useful. In this worksheet, we want to get an array output of commission rates in the first column and the total commission in the second column. The first table shows a list of employee names and the cells that each employee made. The second table shows what the commission rate rule is. If an employee has less than $75,000 in sales, then that's a 5% commission. Between 75,000 and 150,000 is 7%, and more than 150,000 is 10%. Cell D2 shows what the formula looks like. You can see that the formula looks messy, with the cell references B2 to B6 being used 7 times, and the same ifs function being used 2 times. Even though we get the correct output, the formula can be inefficient when using it on a dataset with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of rows of data. The let function is perfect for making this formula easier to read and be faster, and cell G2 shows what that formula would look like. Inside the let function, I created my first variable called cells range, which will store the references from cells B2 to B6. Then on my next line, I created another variable called commission rates. This will store the output from the ifs function that you saw before, but it also integrates the cells range variable as well. On the last line, we multiply the cells range by the commission rates and combine that array with the commission rates array using the htype function. This will also give us the two-dimensional array output for both commission rates and total commissions. So that's pretty much an overview on how you can use the let function and how it can help you whenever you're making an Excel formula. If you have an atrociously long Excel formula like this one from Reddit, then consider using the let function to clean it up, or just replacing it completely with something else that can still get you the correct answer. If you found this video helpful, then please like and comment down below what else you'd want to see. And if you haven't already, subscribe. You can also follow me on LinkedIn and Instagram to get notified the next time I upload a video. Until then, I'll see you guys again next time.